Hello, friends! In the previous section, we talked about the life of our hero John. Now, it's time for us to learn how superpowers were discovered. Saying hello to a new day, our hero John went to the kitchen to seek a permission slip for his parents for a forest trip. His father did not let him go at first because he thought there might be problems in the forest. However, when John insisted so much, he could not stand John's insistence and allowed it. He sent the pepper and John, with great joy, put on his school uniform and went out. Again, his friend Richard was waiting for him. After chatting for a while, they got on the bus and set off. They arrived at the school. Their teacher, Amber, waited for the students together and chatted with her students. In the meantime, a little time passed. All the students gathered and lined up in a single file. Amber counted her students and they got on the tour bus to leave. They had a great time on the road. They were fascinated by the paths of the forest lined with lush green trees. Enjoying this beauty, they came to the place where they would camp. First of all the students got off the tour bus and checked the place where they would camp. They immediately cleaned the environment. Then their teacher Amber told her students about the things to be careful about in the forest. And then they took the food, drinks and shelter necessary for the camp of the bus. Since their nights would be cold, they also brought warm clothes with them. They immediately set to work setting up their tents. Nobody knew how to set up a tent. For this reason, their teacher Amber got to work and slowly set up a tent and explained it to her students. Then the students who learned this craft set up all the tents. Amber noticed that her students were hungry. They took the food brought by their students off the bus. Then the bus driver finished his work. All the materials were unloaded from the vehicle and driver left the students. Amber gave instructions and guided her students to set the table. The table was set and they ate their meals with a nice conversation. After dinner, they lit a fire in the middle of the camp and Amber allowed her students to tell short stories of their experiences. Everyone told their own story. Our hero John told us that he fell and injured his foot while going to buy school supplies with his father. The first day of camp was great fun. At the end of the day, everyone retired to their tents to sleep. John and his friend Richard slept in the same tent. Amber got angry at them because they talked too loudly before going to sleep and disturbed their friends and everyone asleep. Morning. Everyone slowly started to wake up. Their teacher, Amber, woke up the last students who could not wake up. Everyone got ready for breakfast. During breakfast, Amber told her students that they would take a walk in the forest and explore the surrounding area immediately after breakfast. Breakfast was served and everyone got ready for the walk. Amber lined up her students in a single file and they began walking. As they moved deeper into the forest, Amber was telling her students about her previous adventures in the forest. It was an enjoyable walk. Meanwhile, John and Richard wanted to sit and rest for a while. Even though their friends told them not to stop, they did not listen and just sat there. They talked among themselves for a while, during which their friends disappeared. John and Richard started shouting because no one could hear their voices. After walking for a while, they got tired and started thinking about what to do. John was angry with Richard. "I told you not to stop, but you didn't listen," he said. "Look, we are lost. What will we do now?" At this moment, a crackling sound started to come. A branch broke off from the tree and started to fall. The branch of the tree was walking on Richard, and John suddenly hugged Richard and shielded him. The branch fell on John. Richard was very scared, but nothing happened to John. Richard looked at John in surprise and asked what just happened. He said, "The branch fell on you, but it didn't hurt you at all." John suddenly stood up and said, "I don't understand how it happened either." He hit the tree powerfully and noticed that every part of the tree he hit broke. In fact, he had this power before. However, such a situation had to occur for him to realize it. John said to Richard, "Don't tell anyone, or they might accuse us of lying." A swamp came in front of them and was surrounded by dense bushes. They had to break through these bushes in order to escape and return to their friends. John suddenly rushed forward and broke the bushes one by one with his fists. When he broke the last bush, they saw their camp ahead. As they walked happily, John once again said to Richard, "Don't tell anyone. This will remain a secret between us." They moved forward and arrived at the camp. Although their teacher, Amber, was very angry, she calmed down when she saw how scared they were and said, "Go to your friends. Dinner is ready." They ate their meal. John and Richard asked permission from their teacher Amber to sleep, and they went to their tent and fell asleep. Yes, friends, we learned how our hero John discovered his first superpower. You can watch our new episode to find out how he discovered other superpowers. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.